All right, example 7 is talking about an order for an IV of 1,000 milliliters, which is supposed to happen every 12 hours on a gravity infusion device. And it says to use an administer set of a drop factor of 20. Okay, so some big words there that I need you to look for is anytime it talks to you about a gravity infusion device, or if it gives you a drop factor, your desired answer is going to be drops per minute. And that's what it's asking here. But sometimes it may just say, what is the flow rate that you're going to use? So you have to kind of realize that your desired answer is drops per minute anytime you're doing a gravity feed. Okay, they may not always state that in the question. Okay, so desired answer is drops per minute. So our first fraction needs to have drops in it, right? And there's nothing up here that says anything about drops except the drop factor. Drop factor is going to be where you pull in the drops for your first fraction. So keep in mind that even though they didn't write it, it's understood that that's 20 drops per 1 mil. Okay, so it's taking 1 milliliter of fluid and it's turning it into 20 different drops. Okay, sometimes the drop factor is a 60, sometimes it's a 15, it just kind of depends on the problem. But our 1 milliliter fluid is getting split into 20 different drops. So that's our first fraction here. 20 drops is 1 mil. Now, we put drops on top because that was our desired answer, but that puts milliliters in the bottom now, right? So our second fraction needs to have milliliters at the top. What kind of milliliters do we have here? Let's see, the 1,000. 1,000 milliliters is supposed to take 12 hours to give. So that's coming from our order. 1,000 milliliters is going to take 12 hours. And that looks like that's all the information we have up here, right? We've used the 1,000, we've used the 12, we've used the 20. But we do not have the desired answer that we wanted. We've got the drops, and our milliliters cancel, but that leaves us with hour in the bottom. And we need minutes in the bottom. So we're going to have to pull in a conversion that says, you know, the whole 60 minutes is 1 hour. But keep in mind that we have hour in the bottom, so that means that we need hour in the top of our next fraction. So we'll set the 1 hour on top of the 60 minutes here. All right, so now check your units. The milliliters cancel, the hours cancel. We have drops on top and we have minute on bottom, and that's what we were looking for. So multiply the top, multiply the bottom, then we can divide. Now it's going to give us the 27.77777. You need to round that to a whole number, okay? You are going to have to literally sit there and count the drops. So we're not going to be able to count 0.77777 of a drop. We're just going to go ahead and round that to a whole number. So if we stop at the 7 in front of the decimal, that number after the decimal is 5 or greater, so it makes our 7 bump up. We're going to call it 28 drops per minute.